we'll show you the bug and we'll show you what we need to do. Well, we'll try and figure out how to fix it. So this is level 1. I've activated that checkpoint and I've completed the level. And I respawned at the checkpoint position. Because in the load level, we're queuing the free. All of this happens in one frame. And that's not getting removed from the instance. That's not getting removed from the tree until the next frame. Which means when we go down here and we find the first node and group, it's going to be the one that's already in the current level. So we need to change this. Okay, and what we want to do is spawn points first or default. This should work. We're getting all the groups, and then we're finding the one who is in the current level instance. Let's see if that works. I don't know if that's the best way of doing it. That works, because that's where I put the spawn point for level 2 is up there. Okay, so that is the problem. I don't think that's the best way of doing it. That is not a terrible way, but the fact that these two levels are in existence on the same frame might cause some weirdness in the future. So, is there a way... Can I just do 3 and will that be fine? That will be fine. Okay, that doesn't cause any issues. There's no errors in the debugger. Let's go back to the old way of doing this and see if this still works. That works. Okay, so that is fine. That might cause a hitch on. That might cause some hitching, but is there any way to delay for... I mean, if I was doing this in Unity, I would just use coroutines for this, because you can just delay a frame in line with the code. Coroutines are so fucking powerful. I miss them a lot. Okay, so we'll fix that bug. That's fine. What do we do next? So we've got a game. It's a pretty crap game, but we've got a game. We set a checkpoint. We complete a level. We go to the next level. You know what? Let's add some UI to this. Let's add some interface. Let's add our health bar. Let's add... I don't know. We'll start with the health bar. So what we're going to do first is we're going to add a node. We call that level. We're going to change game controller so that it no longer spawns things in the root. Or do we? No, we do. We do. So I can get tree root, add child, we do game root. We're just going to find every instance of root in here. That's fine. That's fine. We're not doing any calls to get tree.root. That's fine. We shouldn't be. So now whenever we add a child, we're adding that. Why are we doing this? Well, because we also want to add a node here. For the UI. Now let's see how we actually do UI stuff in this, because I've done some before, but I've not quite got the hang of it. Using containers, right? Okay, how does this do it? Okay, so just on the root, it's just a container. That's fine. So we do a basic container, aspect ratio container, box container, load container, could do that. Grid container. Okay, so that's like sub viewport is going to be like render targets. I'm probably just going to want a horizontal box container for now. How do we make this the width of... Parent node doesn't have a control parent. Okay, so we need to find what the control type is. Just that? Not quite. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I do want to do this as top wide. Ah, yes, there we go. Okay, and now we add... we'll just add some text. What is going on here? Okay. Maybe I do need to do that then. Okay, so health current, maximum. How do we do this? Now, we can create a new script for every element here. But we could be smart and use reflection. Because when it comes to UI... Yeah, we'll see if... not Unity, Godot. Like, what is the best practice? I can think of about a dozen ways of doing this. That's far too basic. I was gonna do a controller just for the health. You know what? Let's just do... Let's just do a quick... listener. A label controller. So it's going to listen for... No. Fish text label already has a property name. What? What is BIDI? like care about the properties of the thing. Oh, it is just a basic one? Okay. What target property name then? So I'm gonna listen on. I'm gonna listen on game control. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of reflection now. Hopefully this will work, and it's actually something that Godot can handle. Oh, there is Godot Bridge. Maybe it can't handle it. Property info. So with any luck, this should just work. Well, hopefully, this should just work if I type in maximum health and health. I'll set that to something stupid just so that we know that it's been changing. Nope. Something's not happening because I've not added these to the group. Here we go. Health 5 of 5. Also, Sunlight stopped reacting to being hit there. Why have you stopped reacting to being hit? Okay, so the damage is being done. Player has taken damage, is not being fired. Ah, yeah, because I've changed that. Okay. It needs the exact parameter. That's annoying. There we go. That's better. We have an error there, though. Cannot access a disposed object. Game controller line 60. Um... Is valid instance. Ah, okay. Oh. Okay. See, this is why I'm always concerned about checking things like this. Where's my other null? I did another null one there. Cool. That should sort that out. This is what I'm meaning. It doesn't null stuff when it disposes it. Okay, so that still seems to work. Okay, that is now sorted. But we also want to do here is put a kind of black box behind that. Reparent to new nodes. Control. Don't know what that does. Doesn't seem to do anything. And that's not exactly helpful. Okay, so what we're going to do there is we're going to add child nodes. Just add a nice little color rec there. Make it black and 50% alpha. Put it behind the control. I want to change that to a different type. So we want it to be a control container. So we want it to be something... We don't want a horizontal one, we want it to overlap. That might work. Yeah, that works. Cool. There we go. Nice. We probably want to pad that slightly. Is there padding? No padding, so what we'll probably have to do is add a child node of control. Yeah. Old school way. Transform. Nice. Now we're just going to look for a decent font. Also, it's not pixel perfect. There's artifacting there, which I'm annoyed at. We'll have to look out and how to do that properly at some point too. So we have ourselves kind of misnamed label controller. It's a very simple instance of reflection. So every time, so the player spawns, we update the health to show the current health of the player. When it takes damage, we update the player health. So I might actually change that name. The problem with the magic strings here is that I want to put these in constants, but the thing is they're also accessing this. Um, now, so there is one way of doing it. We can do name of um, I suppose we could do it like that. What are these called again? So long as those two are the same, this should work, right? That's pointless. Don't need to do name of. It's more the fact that if I want to change this, I have to change it over everything. I don't like that as a coding style. I want to change it to this. Player health changed, right? There's no point in putting it in a constant because if I change it in the constant, I'm not changing it. I have to still manually go through and change these. It's a tizzy. It's annoying. But so I'm going to have to live with it. Let's make sure this still works. Yeah. It still works. Cool. I've also realized something that we probably want to take a look at just before we go. Just fixing some edge cases. Where is it? Game controls. So there's going to be a race condition. If the player dies after the level is completed, that timer's going to be running, and that timer's going to be running. So we'll only respawn the player if we're not counting down to the end of level. Just to be nice. So now, that wasn't what I intended to do. So if I'm on